The 2011 Arab Spring saw a wave of democratic grassroots protests which toppled long-time leaders and offered the hope of a new vision for the Middle East. The response by some of the kingdoms and emirates of the region was just as dramatic. A report by the Spinwatch group says that in the UK, the United Arab Emirates mobilised a narrative against the Muslim Brotherhood in Britain in the highest echelons of government. It says the Abu Dhabi Crown Prince and the then Prime Minister David Cameron had several undeclared meetings. And it says through a combination of persuasion and threats, the UAE campaign produced results.
One threat which was made by the UAE to David Cameron was, if you don't institute an inquiry into the Muslim Brotherhood, we will cancel the Typhoon fighter jet deal from British Aerospace and we will stop British Petroleum getting an oil concession in the UAE. Now that was successful. I mean, an extraordinary effort by the UAE to actually cajole and bully the British government into pursuing its foreign policy.
The success or failure of the other UAE lobbying is less clear. Spinwatch says that the UAE put pressure on the BBC over its coverage of the Arab Spring, but the BBC in a statement has flatly denied that it caved in to any political pressure. Spinwatch also quotes a source suggesting that Emirati donations to the think tank Chatham House may have affected that institute's research. But Chatham House has vigorously denied that it could be affected in that way. But the UAE foreign minister is known to have had close contacts with selected UK journalists, meetings which led the UAE's PR firm Quilla to claim that views changed. And the report highlights the ways the 2017 blockade against Qatar saw the intensification of the UAE's PR campaign, including bitter criticism of Qatar's 2022 World Cup.
The lobbying rules are woefully inadequate, it seems to me, and there needs to be much greater safeguards to, prevent the sort of influence which seems to have been exerted on the British government in the way in which it has been. And of course, some of the unintended consequences have been the growth of Islamophobia in this country, and we're seeing the expression of that on the streets of Britain.
The report notes that now Theresa May is UK Prime Minister, Abu Dhabi's clout has diminished significantly, but there seems little to prevent a possible slide backwards. The central issue in all of this is one of transparency. When does legitimate lobbying become undue influence? And to quote the report itself, promising billions in return for influence, infiltrating the British media, buying politicians' loyalty, donating to think tanks and trying to influence media coverage, some would see as a step too far. Paul Brennan, Al Jazeera, Central London.